All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, fans, and finish line focused, fantastically fine folks. If you look back behind me, you can see Mount Moosilauke, the moose. We blew that thing up yesterday, blowed it up and tore it off the map, and so it's shorter than it was yesterday, and now I am headed northbound, headed down the trail. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are y'all?
Good.
Good. Going northbound on the Appalachian Trail. Let me look at the sign. I can't remember what it said. Anyhow, today is Thursday, August 20. Where's the trail? Hang on, Route 112, Griffith, AT North. Oh, I guess you got to go. Maybe it goes this way and then it splits. I don't know. I got to see where the trail. Maybe it Y's down here. I don't remember. Anyway, it's Thursday, August 23rd. So you know what? I need to check out where I'm supposed to go. Hang on a minute. All right, when you get around these parking areas and stuff, these places where lots of day hikers go, you have to be really careful and follow the signs because there's so many trails. Like here's a junction, of a trail. There's trails everywhere. And if you want to stay on the Appalachian Trail, you have to be very careful. And then here in the White Mountains in New Hampshire, the trail isn't called the Appalachian Trail. It's called the Beaverbrook Trail and the Benton Trail and the Glencliff Trail. And you have to figure out which one is the AT for that short time period or whatever and stay on it. So we are on the Beaverbrook Trail 1.5. Yeah, just got to be very, very careful. Very careful. And I see a hiker sign. All right, crossing New Hampshire, Route 112, I think this is. Oh, look back behind me. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Wow. That's what we climbed yesterday. Can you believe that? My goodness. All right, it is 8:30 and headed. The plan is to do 16 miles, get over Wolf Mountain or the Wolves, get over Kinsman Mountain, get up and over South Kinsman and North Kinsman, and get down into Franconia Notch. When I get down into Franconia Notch, I'm going to call and get a ride, hopefully, into the Carriage Inn, a hotel, and spend the night there tonight and 0 tomorrow. That's the plan. So we'll see how that works out. I have a light load today. I kept my tent, extra food, a little bit of extra clothing. What else? I put it all in my pack liner, and Sweets is going to take it around for me and drop it off at the hotel. So my gear, some of my gear is going, but I've got my sleeping bag, my sleeping pad, I've got, a full day's worth of food. I've got all my personal stuff, one small battery, so I'm good. If I had to stay at a shelter, I could. So I've got some emergency stuff, but the plan was to be as light as possible to get up and over this 16 as quickly as I can, because it's supposed to be fairly rugged. So here we go. All right, feeling pretty good. Decent night's sleep. It's very cool this morning, which feels good. So there you have it. All right, come along with me and we're going to climb the White Mountains. Haha. 11 o'clock. Can't see anything behind me much. It's 11 o'clock. I've gone 5 miles in 2.5 hours. So that's perfect timing, or perfect speed. I'm very happy with that, considering the it's not been difficult, it's just been kind of slow going, like fairly technical. Going over Mount Wolf right now, 3,500 feet. And so I've just gone past the summit. There was no view. There's an overlook, but I'm not going to take a side trail to it. I got too far to go. Rather get in and try to get some supper and stuff at the hotel this evening. So I'll have plenty of views at Kinsman. So I'm not going to take the time to go to Wolf, but I thought I'd just take a minute and show you the trail here in the Wolf section. Imagine that, a wolf pitted against a cheetah. So far the wolf is losing. The cheetah's coming out on top, racing down the trail, blowing by these blazes and clawing up the roots and rocks as I dart by. The wolf was not big, just real small, but like fairly vicious, like little bits of pretty intense little bitty climb, like a little bitty steep rock face, and you just go up that and then you're done. And almost like a flat section, and stuff like that. But it's kind of constantly stuff like this, which is no problem. I kind of like it because it's, oh shoot, here I thought I was being all good, and it looks like I climbed where I didn't need to climb. Looks like the trail goes this way, which is cool. It's all good. Anyway, yeah, I kind of like it. It's almost like an obstacle course. I mean, I'm jumping and leaping from rock to rock to, over roots and past mud, and plant the trekking poles and use them as like a springboard to like almost kind of fly over a big old puddle or section and then land on the other side. It's really fun hiking. It's challenging, and if you had a real heavy pack it wouldn't be fun, but that's why I'm trying so hard to go so light. It just makes everything so much better being light. But anyway, thought I'd take a minute and show you the trail as I walk along through here. Mentally feeling awesome, like I'm so pumped, so excited to be in New Hampshire in the White Mountains on the Appalachian Trail. 1,800 miles gone. I've walked 1,800 miles from Georgia to get here, and that is so powerful. And then doing Moosalok yesterday was a real confidence booster. Just a fun, nice 10 miles. Maybe one of the most relaxing days I've had. Yeah, it was physical. It was difficult climbing up, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. I've had much worse, climbs or days or whatever. Descending that would have been a little trickier probably, but seriously, I don't want this to sound conceited, but seriously, after 1,800 miles, it's like we've seen it. We've seen all the parts to that. Maybe not quite that long. That's about it. But it was beautiful. It was maybe the most gorgeous little stretch because you're going along that stream, Beaver Brook with the waterfalls. That was awesome too. I mean, that was amazing. And it's different when you're doing hard with no reward versus hard with like awesome rewards. It's different. So anyway, mentally feeling very good and positive. Emotionally, I'm ready to see my family, but I'm doing well. Spiritually, I feel as strong as I've ever been on the trail. I had to jump up from the Old Testament to the New Testament. So I did Genesis through 2 Kings, and then I did Ezra, Nehemiah, Ruth and Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. But I skipped 1st, 2nd Chronicles. This is going to be a little challenging with no hands. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I did Isaiah, about half of Isaiah. And I got to the point where, you know what, I need some really positive stuff. So I jumped up to Matthew, and I read Matthew, Mark, and John. And then now I'm about halfway or more through Acts. And that is so much better. Jesus has come. He's lived a perfect life. He's gone to the cross willingly. He's paid the substitutionary penalty for sin on the cross. He's been buried. He's been, oh boy, my foot got stuck. Resurrected. He defeated sin and death forever. He completed and fulfilled the law and all of its requirements for us, because we could do none of that. And now in Acts, I'm hearing about the early church, the early believers that were radically changed by the Holy Spirit, and they are going out among the world and spreading the good news of Jesus. Peter is preaching left and right. Paul is gone from Antioch out into the Gentiles, and he is sharing the gospel, and people are being saved, and I am on fire. I am ready to go for the Lord. I love history and all that, but man, I really love to hear the work of the Spirit through the apostles. Come on, can I get a witness? So anyway, spiritually feeling good. Everything feels okay except for my buddy Cur Dog. I'm worried about Cur Dog. Today's Thursday, the 24th. What is today? 24th. And his foot is bothering him. I'm not sure how much it's bothering him. It was bothering him, and then he twisted a little bit yesterday, and now it's bothering him a little more. But I think mentally he's just really intimidated by these whites climbing, but especially going down. And so he, I think, is just kind of down. And so you guys, I know you're going to get this. Probably you'll get this maybe before we're through the whites. But sure, remember to pray for Cur Dog, because he's not as strong mentally as he could be. Woohoo! All right, look at that view. Man, can you say hello, Kinsman? South Kinsman. Look at that bad boy. Wowzers. That's a mountain right there. All right. Up and over Wolf and destroyed that thing and feeling good. It's 12:25. I'm going to go up here a little ways to Eliza Brooks Shelter and eat some lunch. And then we're going to tackle Kinsman Mountain. There she blows. So right there is my lunch table. I sat on that rock and put my feet on that rock, took my shoes and socks off. Then I sat on that rock and put my feet in the water for probably 15 minutes and soaked my toes in that cold water. Boy, it felt amazing, felt wonderful. Got my shoes and socks a little drier, nice and ventilated and aired out and dry. They feel great. So getting ready to tackle Kinsman Mountain. Mount Kinsman. All right, here we go. Check out what I get to walk along on the trail. Here's the trail. There's the waterfall. That's what I'm talking about. That's a whole lot better than nothing in Pennsylvania. I mean, nothing. Look at that, guys. Wow. Going up, or you could say blowing up, Kinsman Mountain. Same thing. Afraid I'm gonna burn up lots of footage in the White Mountains. Check out the trail. But look at this big old meadow. It's gorgeous. Look at that. That's where we're headed. Show you real quick. There's the trail up Kinsman. It's kind of been like that for quite a while. And then here is the trail up. Don't know if you can tell how steep that is, but definitely not going up that. That right there will kill you. But as you can see, there's kind of a muddy path around the side. Anyway, there's the trail. So far so good. It's going all right. But I do have to put the phone away. Can't do this one one-handed. In fact, don't really need trekking poles. Hand over hand and grabbing trees. So it's super fun. I really like this kind of trail. All right, so far it's kinsman against disciple. Neither one of us are wanting to give an inch. So I'm trying to get my footing here. Here's the trail. That's the Appalachian Trail right there. And there's where it goes. I just came up. I've come up. This is approaching, and I'm sure it's going to be then like by far the most technical and everything climb that we've had. The most legit of all. So woohoo. I mean, it's cool. It's really fun, but it is pretty treacherous. I don't know if Cur Dog's gonna, oh man, if he can make it, then he can do it all, I'm sure. But anyway, there you go. Just came up that, big old jagged whatever, and here I am. Look at this. Wow. Look at that mountain right there. I think maybe that's the north summit, and hopefully I'm getting near the south summit. I don't know. There's kind of two summits, and then you go down a little bowl in between, like a saddle. But oh man, forget that for now and check this out. Welcome, New Hampshire. White Mountains, baby. Looky there, friends and family and fans. Looky there. Wow. I'll go ahead and do a full 360 so you can see the, stunted little Christmas trees. You can see the North Peak behind me. I believe I'm at the South Peak of Kinsman Mountain. Awesome. It was legit coming up, that's for sure. Awesome. And you can tell I've stashed my trekking poles. They're behind me. They're in the compression straps on the sides. The handles are down in the water bottle holders on my pack. But that way I can use my hands, because boy, it was hand over hand. And they were just in the way. I kept having to bring them along. Boy, now there's mud. Mud everywhere. Oh, and with those poles in my drink things, they hang up when I walk through the brush. So yeah, all right. That might not have even been the South Summit. I might still be going. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I thought I'd spin the camera around so you could see me and the views. So yeah, looks like I'm still going up some. Maybe there's another little summit. All right, we'll catch you soon. Here we go. Come on. Look at that. Wow. That is incredible. That's the White Mountains. Awesome. Awesome. All right, I'm going to keep moving. All right, hiking the Appalachian Trail. Northbound, left Kinsman Mountain. Blew that baby right off the map, and now I'm headed down Mount Kinsman. As you can see, I'm going down. Only on the Appalachian Trail. You get to go up both ways. It's kind of like your parents' story of going to school uphill both ways. It's like the Appalachian Trail. I don't know how you can do that, go up a mountain on both sides. But anyhow, unfortunately, it's 10 minutes to 5. And I don't know how much more distance I have, but doing the math a little while ago, it looks like I won't get to the parking area until roughly 7 o'clock. That's a bummer. I did not realize until a few minutes ago that there's a mile-long side trail to get to the parking area from the AT. Yeah, a mile. What in the world? Why did no one mention that? Like all the slack packing options, all the different shuttles, hotel owner, everybody. Why did nobody mention, oh yeah, by the way, when you get there, you've got another mile to go on a side trail, not even the AT. So that's a half hour of walking extra on top of the 16 of some of the hardest miles of the whole trail. Yeah, probably maybe the 16 hardest miles or whatever we've done so far. I don't know. Anyway, point is, oops, and then not being able to get to the trail until 8:30, starting at roughly 8:45. That is a bummer. It's an hour and a half after when we normally would get started. So that is running me late, which is a real bummer because now I'm just sweating, trying to go super fast because I don't want it to get completely dark. But you know what? As big of a bummer as that all is going to be, it is going to add a new dimension to the story for sure. Like, I hadn't night hiked yet, and I might get to tonight to get to the parking area. Oh, what a bummer. Otherwise, it's been really a neat day. I've really enjoyed the climb up. I mean, it's hard to enjoy something that, like, you know, is that strenuous, but for those of you that have kind of done that sort of thing, you know what I mean. I mean, I enjoyed it. That was neat. Coming down so far has been fairly technical, but nothing like going up the other side. So yeah, it's been good. I didn't hang around the views or anything much because I knew I was going to be low on time. The only thing I really did was sit at lunch on those two rocks and soaked my feet for a little bit, but even that was, I thought, abbreviated. But boy, it's taken me quite a bit longer. There's been lots of mud, big, huge mud holes to go around, which really slows you down. And then some of the climbing, like I stopped and put my poles, my hiking poles in my backpack, and then I had to stop later and take it off and get them back out again and extend. Anyway, just all that stuff takes time and whatever. Normally it's no big deal, but having such a weird exit, that's a little bit of a bummer. So anyway, nobody's fault. I just can't believe no one mentioned that. Like, I heard you take the bike path to the parking lot. I think I even heard it was to the right, but I wasn't sure about that. But dang, a mile. That's got me riled, but I guess it's concrete or whatever, so that should go pretty fast. I'll probably make it in a lot less than a half hour. But I figure 2 miles an hour for stuff. And by the way, in this kind of terrain, I'm not doing anywhere near 2 miles an hour. Like, some of that must have been slow enough that it's really put me back. So that's all right. Like I said, it's all learning. Here's the trail. You guys are getting to see it firsthand, going down Kinsman. Doing a lot of climbing for going down, huh? But yeah, you guys are getting to see, you know, what life is like. You kind of make some plans or think you got something figured. This is going to be tough. Got to keep momentum. There. And then those plans get foiled, and so I guess it's a test of character. How do you handle it? What do you do? Do you rise to the occasion, or do you stop and cry like a baby like I'm doing? I'm going to rise to the occasion and become a better person through it. And yeah, learn some experience and get a better understanding of speed through the White Mountains is very much reduced. It's going to be a good confidence builder, though, doing 16. Look at the downhill. I'll put the phone away for this. But anyway, all right, going down Kinsman Mountain. Hang on, here we go. Well, looks like this is Lonesome Lake Hut. as I walk down the trail. It looks like the trail goes right through, right through here, so pretty cool. Lonesome Lake Hut. I'm gonna drop in and ask these guys a question real quick. Super cool. My first hut of the AT. Check out Lonesome Lake. Oh my goodness.
Why do you think
my sister?
Look at that.
I don't. Maybe to keep guys think Brian Gosling is like more relatable. Have you seen these guys?
Beautiful. There's a bunch of college kids here, people on the dock. But anyway, gorgeous. All right, I got to keep moving. So it took me 10 hours to do the 16 miles over Kinsman, Mount Kinsman. I just kind of for my records or whatever to know. It was, of course, some of the roughest 16 miles of the whole trail so far for northbounders. And I feel pretty good physically. I feel okay. I'm just mentally, I'm all like stressed and whatever from not knowing where I'm going and how to get there and which parking area I'm supposed to go to. And I have zero cell service. I'm supposed to call when I get there, which is funny. They said, oh, nobody's ever like not been able to call until you have AT&T. And then anyway, all right, that's enough of that. So I'm like a little worked up about that, but that's okay. It's all life experiences. So got to the trailhead or the bike path or whatever at 6:30, and I am trucking towards the visitors center. I had to choose which place am I going to go to. Do I go to the visitors center parking or do I go to the trailhead parking? Because they just said go to the parking lot. Well, there's two of them. So I'm choosing the visitors center. I think that's probably the most likely spot where people will get, where you can get picked up. Plus, there's a chance that there might be like a person around there or maybe a payphone or something that I could use if I don't have any cell service. So there's my logic. Plus, maybe I could hitch a ride. So there you have it. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. All right, guys. Well, God is extremely good, as you already know. He allowed me to choose the correct, or guided me to the correct parking area. I had a tiny bit of cell service, just enough to call the hotel. They came and picked me up. I tried calling Halo, and it wouldn't go through. I didn't have enough cell service. So, anyway, right across the street is a market and a gas station with a really nice like deli and a sandwich place. You can order sandwiches. I got the small steak and cheese. Look at that. And a small order of onion rings. I don't know if you can tell like by my hand or whatever how big that is. That is a ton. Huge. Look at that. That's a small steak and cheese. That's ridiculous. It's awesome. Anyway, life is good. Life is good. What a day. Good day. Just a day to gain some experience, learn some wisdom. Very confidence building. Was able to do those 16 miles and it didn't kill me. I feel good. So looking forward to eating and going to bed. Getting a shower and going to bed. Thanks guys for coming along with me. I surely appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all in the morning. God bless each one of you. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I got to thinking, here it is evening time, and I haven't done my like welcome and intro and all that stuff yet. So, hey there, friends, family, fans, and Finish Line Focused, fantastically fine and fabulous folks. So, today is Friday, and darn it, I don't have my watch. I think it's the 25th. Might be the 26th. I'm not sure. But as you can tell from the camera angle right now, I am staying at Inn 32, and the address is North Woodstock, New Hampshire. It's right by Lincoln, New Hampshire. This is the place, and a super nice couple. I can't remember their names. But they bought this and are working on it and fixing it up and running it and doing all that. So I really thank them for this nice place to stay. It's working out okay. Working out fine. Down there is the pool. And I shot a couple of videos today. I did on my day off. I took a zero here today, and I shot a gear video for the White Mountains, which is also just what I'm carrying along this far on the trail. But and I also shot a quick food video, kind of some ultralight food ideas for thru hikers. So if you're interested in those kinds of things, you can find those videos coming soon, or they might actually be posted before this video. So here goes some bikers going by. We're right on a highway, and here is the fabulous resupply place. You can get hot sandwiches over there, very good food. I got a delicious steak and cheese last night that was huge. And then check this out. Only at a gas station in New Hampshire can you buy live Maine lobster at a Sitco. And they have live Maine lobster in there. So anyhow, nice place to stay here, North Woodstock or Lincoln, New Hampshire. Had a very comfortable stay, a good night's rest, and I'm looking forward to another one here tonight. We're fixing to hike out in the morning. So thanks, guys, for coming along with me, and we will see y'all in the morning. God bless, and take care.